All right, let's move on to our semi-stochastic CLI file. In this CLI file, we're going to use our PRN file to provide daily precipitation and temperatures. Those are going to be assimilated by CLIgen in the output file this time. So you'll notice that this directory looks a lot like the last one. We have our CLIgen executable, we have our batch script that is going to be used to run the CLIgen executable, and we have our CLIgen, par, and PRN files. The PRN file is the only file different from the last directory. This file is the one that contains our daily precipitation and temperature values that we want to use in our output instead of the random drawings from the previous output. So let's look at our batch script and I'll explain the values. So we have our CLIgen executable. We're telling it that we want to use option 6. So anytime that we want to use a par file and a PRN file, we need to use this option 6. We're not interpolating again, we're just using the station values. We want to begin in the year 1969, and the reason for that is because this is actual data. So these are not simulated values, and we don't want to use a simulated year, we want to use a historical year to indicate that. This simulation is 54 years long, which is constrained by our PRN file. We want to overwrite the output, and we want the verbose output just like last time. So you'll notice that the par file is the same as last time. The tocat.cli output file is the same as last time, and the only difference is now we have this minus capital O to indicate that we have this PRN file that we want to assimilate. So let's go ahead and run that. And now we've got our new output. So let's open this CLI file, and let's go ahead and open the PRN file and compare the two. We have 2 days of 0 rainfall, and then we have a day with 9/100ths of an inch for our precipitation, which is equivalent to 2.3 millimeters after rounding. You can look at the temperatures as well, 59 degrees Fahrenheit for the maximum, 32 degrees Fahrenheit for the minimum. So you can verify that here, 15 Celsius and 0 Celsius. It looks like we successfully created a semi-stochastic CLIgen output. The ones that have been drawn stochastically include the duration, the time to peak, and the intensity at peak, along with the solar radiation, wind velocity direction, and dew point temperature values. What is constrained in this file and what makes it so powerful is that we can control when precipitation occurs. So let's say that you want to validate WEP and you have daily precipitation and temperature values, but you do not have high resolution data that contains the duration, the TP, and the IP. This provides an option that you could use to validate WEP. While this represents a better option than using fully stochastic outputs from CLIgen, it's still not quite ideal because we're still assuming these duration, TP, and IP parameters, as well as the other solar radiation, wind velocity, and wind direction, and dew point temperature values. So I'm going to talk to you in the next tutorial section about a better option that's fully deterministic, one in which we provide every value for WEP to use in validation.